Okay, so welcome back to our GNS3 lab practice. As you can see, this is our previous lab practice on Palo Alto Firewall. We have configured our IP address. We have configured our DHCP server for our client to get the IP address. So before we start our configuration for our lab practice today, I would like to bring my topology here. So as you can see that this is all the lab practice that we have done so far with our previous lab. And today we are going to configure our NAT and our security policy in order to allow our client can access to the internet. Okay, so this is our diagram and then our purpose for our lab today. Okay, so let's go back to our GNS3 and then we try to test with our client. Okay, so this is my PC1 IP DHCP. Okay, I try to get IP address from my Palo Alto Firewall. Okay, so now I can get IP address. Let's try to ping to my Windows 10. Okay, I can ping to Windows 10. Can I ping to youtube.com? Okay, cannot. Can I ping 111? Okay, cannot. So it means that our previous configuration, we can get IP address from our local LAN and we can communicate with each other. Now we try to access to the internet, we cannot. Okay, so let's go to our Windows 10 client. Okay, let me bring my command line cmd IP config. Okay, 10.10. Let's try to ping to our PC client. Okay, can. Let's try to ping to 111. Okay, also cannot. So it means that our client can successfully get IP address, but we cannot access to internet. And this is PC2. PC2 also we check. Let's try to show IP. Okay, this is our PC2. Let's try to ping to 192.168.10.10. Okay. Can okay. So we test all the client and then we confirm that our client can communicate with each other but cannot access to the internet. So let's access our Palo Alto Firewall using the web browser by management IP address. So management IP address, if you remember our previous lab is this one 172.20.10.2. okay, login admin and then our password. Okay, so we go to our network. Okay, this is our WAN network. WAN network as you notice that I also connect to the same network as management network, because I connect to this ISP router as my home router using the same network. That's why you can see that my WAN IP is 10.3 and then my management IP is 10.2. Okay, you can find management IP on device interface here. Okay, management IP. Okay, so this is our previous configuration that we go through together step by step to configure, and then we have our DHCP server here as well. So this is our IP pool. As we can see that we have 3 clients in our network right now. Okay, so okay, we continue our lab practice. Configure NAT and allow our client can access to the internet. Let's go to here, policy, and then NAT here. Okay, NAT here, we click on add general. So let's say NAT to Untrust. Okay, we name it like this. Whatever name you give, you can give by your own name. And then here, original packet source will be our local LAN is trust zone. Destination will be Untrust. Okay, destination IP address will be our Ethernet 1/1. Okay, and then this we keep default like that. Translate packet, this one, translate type, we click, and then dynamic IP and port. Okay, address type, we click on interface address. Okay, so our interface will be Ethernet 1/1, our WAN port. Okay, so we click OK. So now we have this NAT. So our source, our destination interface, and then this is after we successfully configure, when our client try to access to the internet, it will show some information here. Okay, so later on we will check. Let's move to our security. Okay, so this is by default our firewall. We have this security policy. Anyway, we click on add, and then we create our own security policy. Let's say this policy, I want to say allow internet, like that. Okay, source, our trust zone, and then this one will be any. Okay, so destination will be our Untrust. Okay, so from trust to Untrust, and then any application, any, and then service, we keep it default like that. Action, so action we want to allow. Okay, so we select allow, and then click OK. Okay, so the same thing, if if something that firewall policy check and meet our security policy, it will show information here as well. Okay, so final step that we need to do after our configuration is to commit. Okay, let's try to commit. Okay, successfully committed. We close, and then we go back to our client. Okay, still not yet access to the internet. So we need to go back to our firewall. We go to our network. Okay, so we need to configure our default route. For our firewall to our ISP here. Okay, so let's go back and then we click on network, virtual router. Okay, default, let's click on it, and then static route. Okay, we click on add. Okay, so we say it default route. Okay, destination will be 0/0 0.0.0/0. Okay, interface is net 1. Next hop IP address will be our 10.1. Okay, so one more step that we need to do is that we configure our default route. Okay, so default route, this is our default gateway for our firewall. Okay, my ISP home router. We click on OK, and then commit one more time. Okay, now successfully committed. Let's go back to our client, and then we check one more time. Can we ping? Okay, so now our client can access to the internet. Let's try to ping to youtube.com. From here we cannot ping. Okay, anyway, as you can see, we can ping to 111 right now. And then if we go back to our client here, PC2, this PC, can we ping? Okay, so we can ping 111. Can we ping to YouTube from here? youtube.com. Sorry, actually we need to say youtube.com. Okay, we also can ping youtube.com. PC1, youtube.com. Okay, let's go back to our Windows 10 client, ping youtube.com. Okay, actually we forget to say ping. Now we can ping to youtube.com. if we go back to our diagram here, it means that we are successfully configure our NAT and our security policy, and then I update a little bit here. We say the default route. Okay, so should be like that. Okay, default route. So now our client can access to the internet, and we go back to our policy security here, and then if we check on here, yeah, as you can see, we have 811 hit count. And then if we check on our NAT, let's say, okay, we also have hit count as well. So it means that we successfully configure our policy and our NAT for our client to access to the internet. Okay, so this is for our lab practice today, and if you have any question, you can comment below in my video, and I hope to see you with my next lab practice. Thank you.